Welcome to LiberoAssurance Marine Training video series. This video is an introduction to the ISPS Internal Auditor. Definition and overview. An ISPS Internal Auditor is responsible for checking whether a company or port facility follows the rules of the ISPS code. Their role is to assess and verify that proper maritime security measures are in place, and that they are being applied correctly and consistently. The ISPS code took effect on July 1, 2004, to help protect ships and ports from security threats. It has two parts. Part A, mandatory rules for ships and ports. Part B, helpful guidelines on how to apply them. The main responsibilities of an ISPS internal auditor include 1. Conducting internal audits. The ISPS internal auditor checks if a ship or port follows the ISPS code. They review security plans, records, and daily operations. This includes interviews, inspections, and document checks, all to make sure security measures really work. 2. Identifying non-compliances. If any part of the ISPS code or the approved security plan is not followed, the internal auditor records the non-compliance. They then suggest corrective actions to close the gaps and reduce potential risks. 3. Reporting and documentation. After each audit, the internal auditor prepares a report with findings and improvement points. They also maintain records to support continuous enhancement of the security system. 4. Advising on security improvements. The internal auditor works with the CSO or PFSO to enhance security measures. They offer guidance and recommend best practices to improve the overall security system. 5. Preparing for external audits. Internal audits help the company get ready for inspections by flag states, classification societies, or third parties. They ensure that any issues are fixed before the official audit takes place. Key points. The Company Security Officer, CSO, is responsible for planning internal security audits on board. Each part of the ship security plan must be audited at least once per year, or more often if needed. The CSO can also order unscheduled audits in case of serious issues or incidents, and assigns the auditor ahead of time. Auditors must verify that the ship security plan, SSP, is approved and valid. They should ensure the crew is familiar with the SSP and that emergency contact procedures with shore management are in place. The master must provide documented proof of responsibilities and overriding authority. Auditors also check that non-conformities are reported, with corrective actions taken by the company. Finally, the ship's security filing system must be in place and properly maintained. Since the SSP is based on the SSA, auditors must confirm that the SSA has been conducted and accepted by the CSO. They should also verify that the crew knows who the CSO is, that contact details are available on board, and that a valid CSO certificate is present and properly filed. During a security audit, all documents and records related to ship security must be reviewed. Auditors should check whether any amendments or revisions to the ship security plan have been properly assessed and reported before implementation. These changes must also be approved by the relevant administration. Finally, all security-related documents must be kept confidential and stored in restricted areas on board. Auditors must verify that the vessel follows the company's approved security drills and training program. They should ensure that safety drill reports are properly completed and submitted to the head office at the required intervals. Upon boarding, the auditor assesses whether all access control measures are effectively in place. This includes verifying patrol coverage, visitor logbooks, properly marked security boundaries, and controlled access points to the vessel. Security equipment must be regularly maintained and tested to ensure operational readiness. The auditor reviews maintenance logs and checks if security equipment reports are properly completed and submitted to the company. At the end of the audit, the auditor fills in the official checklist, noting any findings, non-compliances, or critical observations. The completed report is then sent to the company security officer, who reviews the findings and records any identified non-conformities. One of the key aspects of the security audit process is communicating the results to all employees, both on board and ashore. The company security officer is responsible for ensuring that all relevant staff are informed about any identified issues. The ultimate goal is not only to correct problems, but to prevent future incidents and support continuous improvement. Certification and verification. There are several types of security verifications conducted to ensure compliance with the ISPS code. Initial verification. This is carried out before a ship enters service or before the first issue of the International Ship Security Certificate, ISSC. Intermediate verification. Conducted between the second and third anniversary of the certificate. At least one intermediate audit is required during the certificate's validity period. Renewal verification. This is performed at intervals not exceeding 5 years, to renew the validity of the certificate. Interim verification. Required when a ship is newly delivered, before entering or re-entering service or following a change of flag or change of company. Additional verification. Performed upon instruction by the administration. This includes issuance of an interim ISSC, lifting of non-compliance, reapproval of the ship security plan, any other reason deemed necessary by the administration. The International Ship Security Certificate is valid for 5 years. The Interim International Ship Security Certificate is valid for 6 months. The consequent International Ship Security Certificate is also valid for 6 months. If the renewal verification is completed within 3 months before the expiry of the existing certificate, the new certificate shall be valid up to 5 years from the expiry date of the existing certificate. If the renewal verification is completed after the expiry date, the new certificate shall be valid up to 5 years from the expiry date of the existing certificate. If the renewal verification is completed more than 3 months before the expiry date, the new certificate shall be valid up to 5 years from the date of completion of the renewal verification. If a renewal verification is completed, but a new certificate cannot be issued before the expiry date, the endorsement of the existing certificate is accepted as valid for a maximum of 5 months after the expiry date. If the ship is not in port when the certificate expires, the administration may extend the certificate's validity. The extension shall not exceed 3 months. Once renewal verification is completed, the new certificate is valid up to 5 years from the expiry date of the existing certificate before the extension. If the intermediate verification is completed before the specified window, the expiry date of the certificate may be amended by endorsement to a date not more than 3 years after the intermediate verification date. Alternatively, the expiry date may remain unchanged, provided that one or more additional verifications are carried out, to ensure the maximum intervals between verifications are not exceeded. An interim ISSC shall not be issued to a ship from which a full-term ISSC has been withdrawn. In such cases, a new certificate may be issued only after the successful completion of an audit with scope equivalent to an initial verification. The new certificate shall carry the same expiry date as the withdrawn certificate. We hope you enjoyed this short video. You can always learn more by joining LiberoAssurance Maritime e-courses. Hope to see you there soon.